Hey guys, it's Michael here, and in this video we will talk about something what I'm very sick of, because most people are losing their time with hoarding their informations and clicking on another video, another thumbnail, and trying to read books which they even don't get to the chapter 3 because information get you nowhere. I know you start feeling it, that you have lots of information but no action, and this video is exactly about this. It's about the problem which everybody facing in our era, which is information are everywhere, but what is it really solving for us? And in the end of this video, you will have your answer. But let's get into the most important part of it, which is, what is the catch? What is the problem that most people are missing? It's there is cheap. The attention economy is real thing. And because your attention is switching between the things and you cannot focus for a while on one thing, then your attention span goes down. And you train your brain basically every day that if you're switching too fast from one thing to another thing to another thing, you train in it that you cannot hold on one thing. That's a problem number one. But problem number two is more important. How to integrate it. It's so cool, Michael, that you are saying that information are everywhere. You are saying that we should stop for a minute and maybe focus on it maybe longer than 5 minutes, maybe for even 1 hour. Very, very brave idea. But what is the real solution? What works for me or other people which I come across, which are on top level, is first, write it down. If you don't write it down, it could be physical identity diary, because then we memorize more, it's proven. Or it can be even in a phone notes if you have an Apple, or it can be in a Word sheet, doesn't matter, but write it down. Because I was talking to many writers and many of them are saying one thing. If you're thinking, doesn't mean you're really thinking. You're just reviewing the same idea over and over again. You may felt that for a few times in your life. But if you write it down, then you have this out of your head space, implemented here, and then you are thinking about next step out of it. Then you create next step, then next step, then next step, then next step, and then you realize you have full page. And you realize, it's cool information, but maybe I should put the action. So writing it down is actually making it much more effective for you, and it's getting us to number 2 point, which is make it actionable. What I mean with it, it's so easy to say, hey, make a to-do list out of the word which you created. But what works for me, it's not having it everywhere, but having it somewhere where I will focus on it in a right way. So how to make it more actionable is to put it in the calendar and divide it in the blocks. So for example, if you go on a seminar like I was on Hormozy last week, put it like a phase 1 till from the Monday till Friday, and then the name of it. Let's say find a cold emailing agency. Phase 2, after you onboarding with a cold emailing agency. Phase 3, start running the campaign. Preparing presentation and closing tips and reviewing and training. So you have the 3 phases in each week, and then in that you can put like 3 most important parts regarding to that phase, or even connect this word so you can always come back to it very promptly and you are understanding what is the real thing behind it. Time blocking is more effective for me actually than having a to-do list. So what I recommend you to do is block a time, put it in a calendar. If it's really important task, if it's a priority, put it in the calendar. It's much more efficient than just work with a to-do list, because then you know, oh, from this time to this time I should work on this. And the third thing, before we wrap it up this video, because we're coming to the end, is communicate with other people in your team about what is gonna happen now. Because it's so easy to have information, because information can make you change if you integrate it right. But there is always the risk that other people are not knowing the information which you do, and for that sake, they coming to the same thing with the same attitude which you don't want. So you have to acknowledge that your information changed. So for that regard, you have to talk to them about it too. How am I doing it? I run HR marketing agency, which helping to hire truck drivers, salespeople, manufacturer workers in Europe for 30% of the cost compared to staffing agencies. And I have in a company, as you may know from other videos, which I recommend you to watch, Yiri, which is marketing director, and Danilo, which is the sales manager. So, and I talked to these two guys about the information which I come up from the last week event with Alex Hormozy. So, today I have a meeting with Yiri, which I will talk about, hey, what things we will change in our delivery to be more effective and be able to handle much more clients with the same amount of people in the team. It's not always about hiring more people. Sometimes it's just being more effective and take some actionable thing and share with him some information which we didn't have in the past. And regarding to Danilo, we had a meeting yesterday, and we talked exactly about presentation type, new offer, new way how to present it, and many more things that he understands on which page I am and how is it connected to him. So, if you found this video valuable, I would have contest for a month running. So till 24th of August. If you comment, I will choose in the end of the month one comment, one person who commented, and I will have a 1 hour mentoring with anybody who will comment about their business topic. I'm currently business owner on a level of $1.3 million revenue a year, so, and we are scaling to $10 million. So maybe you are somewhere around starting an agency, finding the niche, maybe 100K, building the sales team, starting it out, lead generation. So you can use my 5 years experience just with one thing, which is commenting, and with little luck that I choose you, but more you comment, more chance you have that you will be the chosen, because each comment, each vote for the being chosen for within this 1 month, 30 days contest. Let me know in the comments if it's you. And don't forget, share what you take away. It's the way how to integrate, because if you write it down, you memorize it better.